Four sources familiar with the case told Reuters that prosecutors of the International Criminal Court have started investigating Russian cyber attacks on Ukraine's civilian infrastructure as war crimes. They admit that cyber attacks committed since 2015 may also fall under the investigation.
It is the first confirmation that attacks in cyberspace are being investigated by international prosecutors, which could lead to arrest warrants if enough evidence is gathered. The probe is examining attacks on infrastructure that endangered lives by disrupting power and water supplies, cutting connections to emergency responders, or knocking out mobile data services that transmit air raid warnings, one official said. From a Reuters publication.
Reuters clarified the International Criminal Court is investigating at least 4 major attacks on Ukrainian energy infrastructure, including a cyber attack on the Ukrainian mobile phone operator in late 2023. At that time, problems arose in areas ranging from mobile and internet networks to local problems with public transport payments. The disruption affected the work of city infrastructure, ATMs, post offices, and most importantly, AIL alert notifications. Among the suspects is a group of Russian hackers known as Sandworm, which may be linked to Russian military intelligence.
According to the document on which the International Criminal Court works, war crimes are several dozen very different actions. There is a list in the Rome Statute. This is the document on the basis of which the ICC operates. There is a list of those crimes on which the court from the city of The Hague can work.
Since the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the International Criminal Court has issued 4 arrest warrants for Russian officials suspected of committing international crimes. Putin is among them.
Crimes against humanity are missile attacks between October 10, 2022 and March 2023. Why such a time period? That's what the criminal court decided. That's the period it took. Is the criminal court only investigating these crimes? No. The ICC in The Hague receives information from a wide variety of sources. Every individual human rights organization, the state cooperates with this court, thus giving it access to the materials that, for example, our prosecutor's office, our investigative authorities collect.
In addition to cybersecurity offenses, the International Criminal Court's Office of the Prosecutor investigates Russian war crimes against Ukrainian prisoners of war and civilian hostages. In total, more than 450 criminal proceedings on the facts of ill treatment of prisoners of war have been registered since the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion.
The system created by Russia is a system built on torture and inhuman treatment on the territory of Russia and the temporarily occupied territories of Ukraine. The first so-called screening, an informal conversation with prisoners of war who are now returning, shows that up to 90% of our people suffer from various types of torture, inhuman behavior, physical, including sexual and mental violence. Andriy Kostin, Prosecutor General of Ukraine, in a comment to journalists.
The International Center for the Prosecution of Crime of Aggression against Ukraine has been operating in The Hague since July 2023. The Prosecutor General of Ukraine said that since the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, it had convicted 81 Russian war criminals. 17 of them were tried in Ukraine and received prison sentences. The rest were convicted in absentia. Since February 2022, about 123,000 proceedings on war crimes of Russian occupants have been registered. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Victoria Smirnova, UATV News.